Welcome to another episode of EY's Conversation for Elevation. And my special guest today is Miss Brandi Charron. I think that's how you say her last name. Is that right, Miss Brandi?
It's funny. It says Sharon, but it looks like Sharon. It's got an identity crisis.
Okay, well, hey, that's all right. Made me feel a little better about myself, even though I said it all wrong. So, Miss
Yeah.
Sharon, Brandi Charron in the house, y'all. Okay, Miss Brandi Charron, I'm so honored that you decided to be a guest today with me, EY. And thank you very much for taking out time of your busy schedule to be a part of my talk show. So
No,
now,
thank you.
my pleasure, girl, my pleasure. So now, from one entrepreneur to another, it's important that we uplift one another and we help each other get the exposure that is needed. So I'm glad that you took out time to be a guest on the show and bring a little exposure to your business. So what and who are you? And what do you do, girl? Who are you?
I am an artist, first and foremost. Wherever I can do art, that's where I need to be, right? So
Cool.
I was a theater major, and I did makeup and costumes and stuff like that. And then I started focusing on special effects. So like if I could just make zombies all day, I would be the happiest kid alive, right?
Right.
But then I got pregnant with my first, and I wasn't ever supposed to have any, not at all. The doctor was like, "You're lying," when I went in and said I was pregnant because I was supposed to have this crazy surgery. That's a whole other story. So
Wow.
I started having the baby.
Wait, maybe we should change the topic to the crazy story instead of cookies. Now I don't know.
We'll get to the cookies.
Okay.
Yeah, so I started having the babies, and then we said, you know what? We're just going to roll with this. As long as we can get the babies, we're going to have the babies because I wasn't supposed to have any.
Right. Well,
I
congratulations on
stopped
that.
working. Thank you.
Welcome.
But yeah, I stopped working. And so after a couple years, I was like, you know what? My art hands are bored and my mind is bored. I got to do something.
Oh,
so
Lord.
Then we started doing cakes.
Okay, cakes. What kind of
Yep.
cakes? What kind of cakes?
Any kind, like character, like birthday party cakes for little kids, like, any kind of characters that I could create and make on a cake. That's what I was doing.
You're the cool mom then, huh? You're the cool mom with all the funny
I want
cakes.
some cool points, yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm not the cool mom. I'm that, oh God, that's my mom. I'm embarrassed. I'm that mom.
No.
Okay. So, do you make caramel cakes? You know, I love homemade caramel cakes. You make those kind?
If you can dream it, I can make it.
You are an artist.
Yes, ma'am. All day, every day.
Go ahead, girl. Okay. Well, okay, Miss Sharon.
The crazier the dream, the better.
Are you serious? Now then, all these sweets vegan based? I know when I met you the other day, you said you make vegan cookies. So are all them based? Shut up.
No, I can do.
Okay.
My sort of theme is like I'm a little bit great grandma and a little bit hippie.
Okay. I can think that.
One of my most popular recipes is my carrot cake, and it's like great grandma's carrot cake. And then I have, these brownies and all this stuff that's got all the things that nobody needs to be eating in them, but they're delicious, so we're going to eat them anyway.
Like what? What's in those brownies? Tell us about it.
Well, like all the sugar, all the chocolate chips, all the good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You have pecans and walnuts in them too?
I can. Sometimes.
Okay, we gotta talk after the show. I need some of those in my life. Okay. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The brownies are my husband's favorite.
I love walnut brownies, girl. Okay.
Yes. So after baby number 4, I had some problems where I was like, you have to look yourself in the face and realize where you are.
Okay.
Because I had gained about 100 pounds between baby number 1 and baby number 4.
Okay. But see, 100 pounds depends on what that looks like. What did that look like for you? It looked like whoa or like oh?
For me, it was everywhere. So it was like evenly dispersed, but I didn't know who I was seeing in the mirror anymore.
Yeah, because you're not big now. You're very thin. I saw you in person.
I lost it back.
Good for you.
Between number 4 and number 5. This is where the vegan cookies come in.
Okay, girl.
That's where they're coming. So I have to say, Brandi, you have a sugar addiction.
Ah.
Okay, you have to this is not healthy. It's not healthy behavior for yourself, not to exhibit for the children. Like, we have to stop, right? We have to get our life together.
Right. Quickly. Okay.
But I was not going to give up a cookie. Okay. I was not giving up the cookies. So I was
Okay.
like, you know what? You're going to get your art hands busy and you're going to make some cookies. They're going to be delicious. They're going to be gluten-free. They're going to be sugar-free. They're going to be healthy. That's it. That's what we're doing.
Brandi, that sounds kind of nasty. I'm just going to tell you right now. That sounds kind of nasty.
Oh,
No
no,
sugar.
it sounds terrible.
Yeah, but so tell us how you made it yummy, because I'm not really impressed right now. I'm just saying. No sugar?
It doesn't have white sugar.
Okay.
No white sugar. So I use a lot of coconut sugars or
wow.
maple syrup, honey. I try to find natural alternatives.
Okay.
And then for the gluten-free part of it, I make my own blends. I don't buy like a gluten-free mix. All of my recipes are recipes I've created myself. I've tinkered and tinkered and tinkered and tinkered until I get my recipes right.
Oh.
And then one of the problems when you go buy a gluten-free cookie at the store, a lot of times people say they taste like cardboard.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Yeah, not mine. My mission is that I'm going to give you a cookie and you're not going to know it's gluten-free or vegan because it's going to be delicious.
Well, how do we get these gluten-free, delicious cookies? Okay. I mean, I want to know. I met you at the post office mailing some off, and I'm like, hey, you sell cookies? You make cookies? You're like, yeah. I'm like, hey, talk to me. So, how do we get them? So people are watching and listening. Thank y'all for watching. They're watching. I see some people looking in at us. How do we get these cookies, girl? How do we get in touch with you to get cookies?
So I have a Facebook page and an Instagram. It's Hollowbrook Treats. And you can order through there because I live in Parksville now. You can come pick up at my house if you order, or I can deliver within a certain area.
Okay.
A lot of it can be mailed. The cupcakes can't be mailed because they will just fly everywhere and it would just be a train wreck. But the cookies all ship well. The brownies pretty much ship well. But yeah, I do that, and then I do the farmers markets during the summertime.
Okay, how does that work for you from an entrepreneur perspective? Is it worth the benefit of an investment? The farmers markets, that is.
I love the markets. I love it. We used to shop at the markets before I really got going with the business, when I was just tinkering with cakes and stuff. It was just, we would have a CSA at the local farms. We would go shopping at the markets. It was great. So like, to me, the first summer I did the market, it was like I was joining this family that I was already sort of part of.
Okay.
And then I was seeing it from the other side, and it was just like, it's cozy. I love it. I love it.
Is it expensive?
No. Not, I mean, some of the bigger markets can be expensive, but for the most part, it's like under $30 a week.
Oh, wow.
Now, you can do anything
there? You can do anything there at the farmer's market? Like, I do other stuff like candles and stuff and wine.
There's artisan booths, there's farmers booths, there's producers, there's, whatever I do. So our booth, this is a whole other tangent. Our booth is focused on art and baking. So it's called Kindred Hollow Artistry.
Oh,
so within it, our mission is to bring in, eventually we're going to have a storefront, and it's going to have a little bakery cafe. We're going to have a little homeschool area, little get together. We're going to have a little, any local artist can put their stuff in the shop.
Awesome.
To sell. Cool. So it's like this big dream that we have. So our booth at the market the first year we had myself and my brother and one of my best friends, and we all just worked together to sell our art and the treats and all the different things together.
Oh.
So we did all that. Corona changed things last year. Last year was a little bit wonky.
Girl, yes. I mean, like that for me, Corona was just, it was good in several aspects. It was horrible in others. I do conferences every year. I do 4 major conferences every year, emotional cleansing conferences. And I didn't do one. I lied. I did my first one in February, right before Corona got, out here. Like people knew, right before everyone knew what it was, right? And then my other 3 I had to cancel. And that just put a damper on me because I like the interaction. I like coming together in groups and doing the group meditation, the group yoga, and everyone comes. I love that whole, the family thing, right? So I understand.
Yeah.
But are you gonna do it this year? You know, like it looks like things are kind of lightening up a little bit. Are you gonna do it this year?
Our goal is to actually be at 2 markets this summer.
Okay, girl.
So we're gonna try to get in at Clarksville and then still at Gallatin where we have been the last 2 summers.
So you're
We're
from
still
Gallatin.
working out all the kinks.
Okay, but you're from Gallatin originally?
We lived there the last 3 years. Yeah, we just moved out here in
You
September.
like it in Gallatin? Which one you like better, Gallatin or Clarksville?
I know Gallatin better, and I was comfortable there.
Okay.
And it was very small, and it was, it was cozy.
Yeah.
And then I come to Clarksville, and I don't know where anything is.
It's
I
big,
get lost trying to go.
Clarksville's
Everywhere I need
big.
to go was like 30 minutes away. I was like, 30 minutes? If I went from Gallatin 30 minutes away, I'm 2 cities over.
Yes,
Where am I?
yes. But people don't understand that Clarksville is really big.
It's huge.
It is humongous. Yes. Oh my God. So I'm glad, I'm not the only one that thinks it's humongous. I'm like, oh my God. Yes,
I'm like,
it is. Like I said, 30 minutes away. Like you go from one spot to the next, you didn't travel 30 minutes. Like, wait, how did this happen? I get it, girl.
Sometimes you end up in Kentucky. Like, I don't even know where I am.
Right. I get it. Hey, I understand, sister. So now I guess the exciting thing is you're gonna do two. How are you gonna be? Are you gonna do 2 different days for the farmers market? How's that gonna work exactly? What does it look like?
It's so my husband is gonna be my partner this year, and then our
Awesome.
kids are gonna be involved as well. So ideally it would be him and a couple of the kids at one and me and a couple of kids at the other.
Cool. So how old are your children?
The oldest just turned 10.
Okay, cool.
So 10, 8, 6, almost 4, and the baby is 9 months, coming up on 9 months.
Yeah, new baby.
Yeah,
That's
we
cool.
had a Corona season baby. It was very interesting experience at the hospital.
Was it scary?
Yes.
Tell us about that. Look.
So when I was pregnant, I was like, Corona starts and all this stuff, and I'm like, I'm not really afraid of catching it per se. I'm afraid of testing positive at the hospital because they were trying to take the babies from the moms. Like they were trying to isolate baby. At that time, at the beginning, they were like, if you test positive, you're going to go over here and your baby's going over here.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was like, I wish you would. I really wish you would.
Let's see how mama really gets down, right?
The mama bear will throw down. So I was like, don't come to my house. Don't come. No, just like, do not bring any of the germs around me. I don't care. We will talk after the baby comes.
Right. Well, thank God you survived it, right?
Yeah.
9 months later, everything's good. That's awesome. So, tell us about, my babies are older, so we ain't have to worry about that no time soon. What does it look like from a person that has not been in the hospital? Because, my husband wanted to go to the hospital for probably a surgery just to see if he needed surgery last year. And we're like, no, we're going to put that on hold because no one wants to go in the hospital at this time of the life. This time, unless you just really have to go to the hospital, you ain't trying to really go.
Yes.
What does that look like? So going to doctor's visits and then delivering, how does that look? Could your husband be there at all?
He wasn't allowed to go to any of the appointments with me until I got transferred from my OB in Smyrna. I got transferred to Vanderbilt because I was high risk.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So once I got transferred there, he was allowed to come to a couple of those appointments. And then when we had to go in for a delivery, he was allowed in, but it was like, once you're in, you're in.
Oh, wow. So who kept the kids? You got someone to keep the children when y'all were gone?
My mom. Yeah, my mom.
Awesome. Them. Yay, mom. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty cool. So now I'm confused. From Gallatin to Smyrna, are they really close? That sounds really retarded of me, but
no, that's where all of the babies were born because when our first one was born, we lived across the road from that hospital. Okay, and that's where my doctor was. And so they've all been, yeah, they've all been a dramatic entrance. Okay. And so I was like, I refuse to have a different doctor. Well, then number 5 said, guess what?
You're going to have a different
doctor. You're going to a whole new place.
Oh, wow. They were here in Clarksville then? No,
we were still in Gallatin then.
Okay, cool. So, wow, that is so cool. Now back to the vegan cookies. All right, so
back to cookies.
Back to cookies. So now you all are doing the farmers market this year too. That sounds really cool. And then the fact that you homeschool. Now you homeschooling because of Corona, or you just homeschooling because you're just a super parent? What's up?
I don't know if I'd say super parent. I try really hard, but
I believe
we've
you are.
been homeschooling. This is year number 3.
You are an awesome parent, girl. Go ahead now. I tell you, it ain't for everybody, okay?
It's not easy.
It's not for everyone.
And they all learn so differently that it's like a clock. It's always moving. We're always changing. What works today might not work tomorrow, but we're gonna roll with it.
But that's good. I mean, pat yourself back on the back again. Do it again. Do it again. Yes, because before Corona, you were doing homeschooling, and that's major. I mean, I tried it with my first 2 children. They're like 25 and 24 now. I tried it. I was like, I surrender all to Jesus. I can't do this. No, y'all got to go to school. Y'all be dead, and I'll be in jail, and that ain't gonna work.
Some days
that ain't gonna work. So I'm just not that parent. And then when they had the Corona school thing going, it was like, I can't do this. I tried, but I'm just not cut out that way. I'm just
some days I don't think I am.
You are. If you've done it for 3 years, you are cut out, ma'am. I mean, we all have moments, good moments and not so good moments, but you're cut out for 3 years. You're cut out for it. I barely survived them having to go back, to go back to school. I'm like, Lord, can they go back? When they open the doors up, I'm that parent. Where them doors at? Like, come on, take them to school. Come on. Because
man, alive. Some days it's like, I'm just like, go out. I'm done. Go outside. We're done. Go play with a tree. You'll learn something. I promise. Just, I can't.
The fact that you've done it for 3 years, I am proud of you because that's challenging. From a mother to a mother, that's challenging. It really, because it requires so much of your time, so much of your presence, and everything.
Yeah,
and I just didn't do it.
It was really hard figuring out how to do that around doing the business out of the house too.
Oh, I know.
And it was like, it's been crazy. It's been a crazy ride, but.
Well, give us a tip on how you maintain and how are you doing all this, girl? How are you balancing it? Tell us a little bit how you're balancing it as a homeschool parent, business owner, and everything. How you doing this, teacher, mother, everything? How you doing it?
I left my stack of books out in the other room, but I have a planner for everything. I've got like this. I got stacks and stacks and stacks of books and planners and lists. And if I don't, I just make lists all day long. I'm one of those. I have to keep my hands. We're talking about my hands. I got to keep my hands busy. I have to write stuff down all the time, or else it just goes away.
Now I have a question. Okay, a little bit off of cookies, a little bit off of that. Just about you as a woman. I do emotional wellness. I do all about healing from within and taking time for yourself, me time. I'm that me time parent, right? I'm going to find some time for me. What do you do for you as a woman, as a mom, as a wife to just, what is your mechanism on just quality time for yourself? What does Brandi do for Brandi?
I have recently gotten back into doing my mornings, like making sure I wake up before anybody else and just have my time. I do my meditations and reading and my workouts, like whatever I'm going to do, I have to do it before anyone else is awake, or else it doesn't happen. And then the whole day is like.
Good for you. Now pat yourself back on the back again. Just do that one more time. And the reason why I say that is because that is so important as a woman, a mother, and a wife to take out. You said something that I love. You wake up early, and that's hard because I hate waking up early. My husband wakes up before I do. I don't like waking up. I don't like getting up. I have my quality time like now. I have the time I have with my guests on the show, and I just have that time to myself. But waking up for me that's not my thing. I just can't get it. Like, it's hard for me, very hard. But I'm proud of you because that me time is what I'm trying to get to. That me time is so crucial and it's very important that you take out time for yourself. Because if not, you will unravel and nothing gets accomplished properly because you'll be ready to kill everybody in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm so glad, girl. I feel. I'm glad that you take out time for yourself. So now the balancing of homeschool, I'm still thrown off with this homeschooling thing. Yeah, you got me, girl. Now this cookie, so you were getting a little bigger than you wanted to be. So you said, hey, I like sweets, but I gotta stop doing it this way. I gotta do it. So what is the benefits of vegan cookies, child? I mean, outside of losing some weight, what's the benefit?
So the way I formulated my cookies is the flours that I use they're nutrient dense flours, and then the sugars are ones that are behave better in your body, and they have different nutritional value to them. So like, raw honey has good benefits to it. Maple syrup can have lots of benefits to it. I mean, I don't use a lot. So it comes down to moderation and then what it all is in the item.
Okay.
From it. So coconut sugar is like, if you're looking at the scale of like what's healthy and what's not, coconut sugar is a good alternative to start with if you want to stop having sugar.
Coconut sugar. Where do you get coconut sugar from?
I get it, Walmart, Kroger, Publix, whatever.
Oh, it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty easy it's pricey, but I mean, all of that stuff is like really.
Yeah, I cook with coconut oil and sometimes peanut oil, depending, and then also olive oil. So I understand it can, and I do avocado oil sometimes. So, but I've never, and I love coconut. Like I'm a coconut junkie. Okay, like coconut is my life.
Yeah.
I've never seen coconut sugar though, so I have to when I go to the store, I'm gonna look for some coconut sugar. Where's
It doesn't taste like coconut. It tastes like it's got like a little bit of a brown sugary taste, but it's a lot more mild than a regular sugar is. So it's not, you can change it out one for one in your recipes, but it's not as sweet as that white table sugar is.
Well, I'm gonna start making my family. I'm gonna start making everybody in the family do coconut sugar. So that's so thanks to you, they're gonna probably hate you after this.
I'll make them some cookies. They'll be all right.
Okay, cool. We gotta get some cookies, and I want some of those brownies. But so I'm gonna have to get some. So it's in the sugar aisle.
Yes, it's there's a place where there's like a more healthy, like the agave, the stevia, the stuff like that, and it's in that family there.
Okay, I'll look for it. Coconut sugar.
Yep.
Noted. I'm gonna do that. All right. So you got into reducing. So that's a good way to slow down on the sugar intake is coconut sugar. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you got into that. You were like, man, I don't like the way I'm looking. I can't get up my sweets, but I gotta do something. Did doctor tell you that, or you just on your own came up? You woke up one day and said, "Hey, I'm tired of looking like this." What was it? What was the turning point?
I actually had a friend who. So this was all right after baby number 4.
Okay.
And she was a baby that couldn't nurse properly. She has a really recessed jaw, and so I had to pump 24/7. And I'm an overproducer.
Yeah.
So I just was donating all this milk that I had. And one of the other moms, she was like, hey, you know what? I think you could really benefit from this sugar detox she was a therapist as well. She did coaching. She did all these things. And she was just like, maybe you want to look at this stuff, like little nudging in the right direction there. And I was like, yes, I do. Oh, hey, you need to get your life right.
Right.
Basically is how it happened. But yeah, so it took a while. It was a year that it took me to get from where I was to 100 pounds less. But it all started with the sugar. And then from there, I went from sugar to gluten. So that's why my recipes are vegan and gluten-free, because it's just like all one. Because the gluten flares my fibromyalgia, which is a whole other beast.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's awesome. So the parent helped you get together, and that's awesome. Because that's all about what people understand. What is EY's Conversation Elevation? It's all about elevating your mind, body, spirit, soul, so that you could be a better person. Because when you eat, look at you, you look good. I saw you at the post office. I was delivering candles, and you were delivering cookies. And I'm like, look at this lady. She got cookies, but she's not. She's smaller than me, you know. You look good, girl. And I'm thinking, okay, what are you doing? You're like, I do this. I'm like, okay, we gotta have you on the show because a lot of times I like sweets. And I mean, me and my husband were like kind of like competing to get smaller before our anniversary. So
it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, but we've been kind of doing good to the point where I don't really like, and I love sweets. Like a candy, good candy bar, some good butter pecan ice cream, some good walnut a brownie, some good cake, some good
Making me hungry.
art, some good everything. I love it, but
Hmm.
since I've been kind of doing just intermediate fasting and working out and more water. Well, I drink water anyway. That's one of my go-to drinks. I have not really had the appetite. Like we were out of town, we were out of town this weekend, and I got some, got us our little treats. I couldn't even eat it.
Yeah.
I couldn't even eat the candy bar. It just tasted nasty to me. I was like, ugh, this is
Hmm.
nasty. So my
Yeah.
life is changing a little bit, but I need to get some of your cookies so I can stay in it. Because those cookies you made, I heard you tell the guy at the post office they were, cranberry. Tell us what you had in those cookies, girl.
Those ones were cranberry pecan, and they were one of my popular orders. And that one I make as a that was the regular. That was grandma's recipe version.
Really?
So I have a breakfast cookie that's a vegan, gluten-free breakfast cookie version of that. So like you don't have to feel guilty about eating those for breakfast because it's all
Oh
healthy.
wow. I want some, period. So we gotta talk about me getting some of these cookies. 'Cause I want some. All right, I do. So if you're watching the show today and you are trying to kick the sugar habit and you want to try something different, a little healthier, EY's Conversation Elevation will donate a batch of Brandy's cookies to you. So if you link me, inbox me, like y'all message me, I know y'all when y'all see it, y'all do that because I've had people get shirts and books and stuff like that because they watch. So if you're watching, let me know what you want. Follow Brandy. I need you to do me a favor. If you want cookies or something, follow Brandy. Give them your Facebook information again, your social media information again.
It's Hollowbrook Treats.
Spell it.
HOLLOWBROOK Treats. TREATS.
All one word or
2 words.
just Hollow Brooks Treats. Okay, so
Yeah,
guys, if
sorry.
you all are interested in some vegan, if you want to change your little lifestyle a little bit, you want to see what it tastes like to be on the other side of things, reach out to Brandy, befriend her. Reach out to me, let me know you did watch it, and let me know that you did befriend her or like her page or whatever. Is it a like page or is it a follow? What is it? Just on one of those
It's a business page on there. And
okay.
then Instagram, I think it's set up as a business page now as well. I've been working on changing everything over.
Smart lady. So go ahead and like her. Let me know you liked her. Let me know you want some of her treats. Your treats are on there, right? You demonstrate your treats on her. Okay. So let me know what
Lots
you want.
of lots of pictures, and then there's some menus up in the different pictures, and I'm working on changing all that to make it easier too. So bear with me.
I understand. I'm on the process of redoing my whole website, and it has been a challenge because I've had it since 2014. And I'm one of those people, once I get stuck on something, I'm really hard to change. I'm pretty stubborn. When I want something, I want it, and I'm just not letting it, So I've had people suggest that I change it to certain things, and I'm like, I really don't want to change it again. Just fix what I got.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to just break it down and start all over, and I'm just really having a hard time with that, really. So I understand. So we understand bearing with you and everything. But if you all want some cookies or some desserts, I won't limit you to the vegan cookies because everybody ain't ready for the vegan life. Reach out to Brandy, reach out to me, let me know you reach out to Brandy, and I will make sure EY takes care of Brandy and get you all what you desire. So that's just if you want some desserts. We have Easter coming up on Sunday, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you want some Easter dessert, what are you doing for Easter? Are you doing any special desserts for Easter? Any goodies for Easter?
I usually do a Easter basket. The cake looks like an Easter basket, but it's a
Okay.
carrot cake.
Carrot cake is delicious. Okay, that's
They're
one of my
little.
favorites.
They're like 6 inches. Little Easter basket, $30.
Oh wow, that's good. So y'all hear that? If you want an Easter basket cake, reach out to Brandy, inbox me, message me, do something, and we'll make sure you get that cake. EY's Conversation Elevation will sponsor you a cake for Easter. All right, just for this week only. So you better do it while you can. All right. So what else are you doing? What good stuff? I mean, I know you're revamping your business. You're trying to juggle and balance family life and entrepreneurship. Well, what are you doing? What's something that you just did that you're just so fat? Hold on, art. Let's get back to the art.
Not
So you
art.
art too. You're an artist. So what do you do?
Um, I'm actually in the process of getting some books started. I've
Okay.
got a I'm working on getting my cookbook with all of my special recipes going. But I also have because when I was a theater major, I did a lot of writing plays and stuff like that. So I have a graphic novel that I'm getting from out here onto paper. And
Awesome.
it takes place in the future, and it's about how basically it's about how over time all these various religions have been word of mouth changed from what they actually were to what they are way in the future. And so the lady's an archaeologist, and she just goes on this big hunt, and she starts putting together all these various pieces of history. It's all focused around various religions.
I love that because me and my husband were having a conversation today about the whole religious thing. How things have changed. I mean, like from the true basis of certain things, how things have just gotten so off.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So do you mind me asking, what are you as far as religious preference? What do you?
I don't have what you would call a title.
Okay, cool. I love it.
I have a lot of different beliefs that most people would say are you just unique to myself.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, girl.
But basically, I believe in the power of the universe itself, quantum
Okay.
physics, the source energy that connects everybody.
Yes. Okay.
Like, be nice.
Yeah.
Be nice. We can all just get along. Just be nice.
Okay. And I mean, I understand. Like I said, me and my husband were talking about that earlier today. How because I'm a Reiki master,
Hmm.
so I deal with the energy and all that. And my son is a vegan, and he's into the deep meditation, and he's into different studies and stuff. So it's pretty cool because when you open your mind up and you actually listen and learn, because you can learn a lot from a lot of different belief systems. That's why I asked you that question, because here you are doing a whole futuristic movie from religious space, and that's awesome because when you open up, you can learn so much more than being closed in.
Yeah.
And it can really make your life so much better and more peaceful. So
Yes.
I'm proud of you. That's good stuff. That's real good stuff. Okay, so that's what you're working on. So you were a theater major. So do you making a book, but do you draw? Do you paint? Do you do anything like
Yeah.
that?
So
Okay.
my cookbook is just going to be like, cookbook photos, stuff like that. But the future is a graphic novel. So I'm doing the writing, the story, and the pictures. So
Okay.
I'm doing the whole thing. And
Awesome.
then a couple of my other stories, I've got a play that have in my brain that I need to get out, and then I've got a movie script. I've got all kinds of stories. I got stories for days.
And how are you going about getting that brought to life as far as the movie and the play and all that? Do you have someone that's working with you? You're going to publish it yourself? You're going to produce it yourself? What's your avenue? How are you working this out?
I don't even know yet.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I have not worked that out. I know I need to get it out of here.
Yes, on paper or on a recording or something, right? I
Yeah.
understand. 'Cause
I
have
actually just bought a book that's it says how to self-publish your book.
okay. Well, if you
So I
need
got
any
to
help, let me know. I'm an author. I'm an number one international best-selling author of several books. And I have lots of friends and acquaintances that are actually publishers, or then some that will just give you the tips. They won't try to. Some people try to upsell you and try to get your money, but I have some friends that would just give you the knowledge, and you can just do whatever you need
Yeah,
to do with it. So
that's amazing.
if you need any help, let me know. I'm your girl. I'm kind of I call myself the connector. I'm bringing everybody together. So
Yeah, I love it.
if
I
you
need
need
all the
some,
help, girl.
yeah, girl,
I
if
need
you
all
need
the
the
help.
connections, you got the information. You got my card, you got my number, you got my email. I'm not an email kind of chick, so in the future, just call me, text me.
Noted.
So, but yeah, when you get ready to do that, when you're ready and you need some tips, I got a lot of individuals that would love to just give you some wisdom and knowledge.
That's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, so for sure. 'Cause I have a play in a movie that's being brought to life, but I've changed 3 different producers.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, one I really want her to do She just like, yeah. And I'm one of those solids. Like when I want something, I want it. And she's like, okay, I'll get back with you. And I'm like, you said that last year.
Yeah.
And you said that the year. And when I want something done, if you know me, as you get to know me, I want things done right then. Like,
if I put it in the planner,
yeah,
we have to get it done.
right
because
then.
if it goes in the planner and it doesn't get done, then I'm stressed.
And say, I don't get stressed. I'll just change clothes. I'll get somebody else. I'll call it change your clothes. I'll be like, change outfits, something else. All right, put us on. Next. That's how I operate. Because I mean, one thing I can say, people know me as a person that if I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. So I can't afford you mess up my reputation by not coming through. So now I have to find out someone else to do it. And I'm not gonna stress. I deal with emotional wellness and breathing in, releasing everything. So if I'm like that, I can't be stressed out. So I'm constantly trying to find ways to stay okay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm constantly, and that's why I don't do homeschool, girl, because I ain't got time for that. No, nah. I'll be choking children and stuff. I'll be arrested. You like, is that you dream on going to jail? Like, she killed some kids.
That's funny.
That person. I mean, so I like to keep it cool, you know, smooth. And of course, life brings challenges all the time. We all know that. Life brings things that we don't expect on a regular.
Yeah.
So I understand that. But with that being said, I try to make sure I'm always being proactive instead of reactive.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to always find ways to keep things just chill. And if I see it's going to be kind of crazy, if I feel it's going to happen like that, I'll just shift gears and be like, oh, we're going to do it this way. Because I don't have time. I guess I spent a lot of my childhood life stressed out.
Yep.
And so as an adult, I'm like, I can run this show. We ain't doing stress. Like, we're not doing it. So that's, you know, like I said, I'm here for you. If you need me any kind of way, let me know. We're going to make sure we get the whatever people want to order. We're gonna donate to your business so we can make sure that you keep doing the great things you're doing with your 4 babies and your husband, and then we could try this stuff out. I want to try these cookies. Just I see vegan, I think, oh, nasty. That's what
I'm here to change that. I'm here to change that.
Yeah, I want you to make a believer out of me, girl, because one of my children's church young ladies, she India, she's 13, she makes vegan cookies. She's like, I do conferences, and I'm always like, she's like, you want me to make your cookies for your conference? I'm like, get back, bitch. I don't know. I think she brought something.
You like?
Yeah.
You like s'mores?
Not really.
No. One of my most popular cookies is my vegan gluten-free s'mores cookie.
I'm not really a chocolate marshmallow chick. I'm more of a cranberry pecan chick.
Those are popular too.
I want to try those. When you said that in the post office, I'm like, I need those cookies in my life. She shouldn't be sitting there. She should be giving them to me and let me take them home. Because they look really good. And then we told me what they were. We told the guy at the register what they were. I'm like, oh, I want those cookies right there. Those cookies I want.
I got to make his order for Friday. He wants them delivered on Friday.
What, the post office guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, girl, see what happens when you step out. And those that are watching are entrepreneurs. When you step out your box and you do something different, you know, the universe will bring the right people to you.
Yes.
That is so true.
So I've been working with one of my best friends. We just went through we did the Secret Magic book. Are you familiar with The Secret?
No. The Secret, yeah, The Secret, yes. I have The Secret myself. I have the book and I have the video. But the Secret Magic book.
Yeah, she put out another one, and it's called The Magic, and it's a 30-day exercise of gratitude.
Okay.
So we started the year doing that, one of my best friends and I, and we've been doing all these different things, you know, doing the morning routines and like getting ourselves together and all this stuff. So on Friday, I went and I met you, and then I went up and he ordered the cookies, and I called like on immediately. I'm like, you don't know what just happened.
Praise God, girl. Yeah. That is so super awesome. Oh my God. Yeah, that is awesome. I told my husband, I said, I met this lady, man, at the post office, and she's gonna be on my show. I want to make sure I have a variety of people on my show doing different things, right? Yeah. And he was like, that's good. I'm like, yeah. I said, she's gonna call me. I hope, because I gave her my card. She didn't give me nothing back, you know. And I'm a follow-up queen. So I like to follow up on people. But I couldn't follow up with you because you didn't give me nothing. You said, okay, I'm going to call you. I'm like, I can't make it. Like, make sure you call me. He's like, I'm going to do it. All right. I'm going to do it. I'm like,
I'm gonna do it.
okay, we'll see what happens. And you emailed me, but we were out of town with the kids, so I emailed you later. Like, they probably like, this girl emailed me at 11, 12 o'clock. What is wrong with her? Like, when we got back in town, like, let me email Brandi back and tell her yay or what. Okay, something's wrong. Some echo. But anyway, I was so glad that you emailed me. I was so super excited. Like, yay! She did email me.
So I got phone, and then I wrote it in my planner for the next day. I said, email.
And you did it, girl.
Make sure you do it.
Thank you so much because I was excited. And I wanted to email, I want to be all professional. I didn't want to email you from the phone. I want to email you from my computer because my computer has my signature at the bottom, So I would have responded sooner, but I wanted to make sure my first response was from the signature email. And then I start emailing from my phone where it's just no signature. But I was like, let me let her know I'm professional with this thing. I'm so glad you did reach back out to me because it's been pretty cool talking to you today, and I can't wait to get my cookies. Yes, ma'am. And I gotta get that book and read it. The Magic.
Yeah, it was awesome. And my sister told me for years, she's like, you need to read The Secret, and I never have, but really? I've heard about it so much that you start to understand the principles of stuff when you hear about it so often. So like I haven't actually read it, but I sort of understand what it's saying. And then
the bottom line is common sense. And I say common sense because if you just like life, love life, and speak positive things in life and do right by people, it's just like I said, common sense. Because you think about it, when you do wrong to people, or you be evil or mean to people, or just not so nice to people, or judgmental or whatever, those things come right back at you. And what my son would say, he's a vegan and he's really into all that, like more than I am. He said he got it from me, but he's on a whole nother level, than I am. I mean, that's a good thing, but sometimes I think he's a little excessive, but no. And he'll be like, Mom, like if something happens, he'd be like, well, that's when people are negative to you. Because I have this, for so many years as a young person, I just had to suck it up and just deal with everything people threw at you. You couldn't talk back. You just had to be yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. When they're wrong, you're still right. It was one of those things. So as an adult, I grew up to be this, like, I'm not going to take it no more. I'm going to be So sometimes when people say things and they're not right, or I think they're wrong, or I think they're coming from my neck, I be like, So my son was like, Mama, you have to learn that sometimes people are just, their negativity is a reflection of them. And the only way to go back on them is by just being quiet. And I'm thinking, I got to work on that biting my tongue stuff because I'm not good at that. Brandi, I am not good at biting my tongue, girl. I am not good at just being quiet. Like, I don't do that very well. Like, I
didn't used to be either. I did not used to be. I had anger management as a kid. It was rough.
So how did you figure all this out? What did you do?
Therapy.
Yeah, now that one is good because I went to therapy before, and therapy does help. Now I have to just do some self-working on because I'm the emotional cleansing expert supposedly, but sometimes I still find myself where if I feel like you're coming for me, I'm gonna come back at you first. Like, before you come, I'm like, block.
Yeah.
No. But everyone's not out to get you. Everyone's not out to kind of. Some people, But one thing I was saying with my son thing, he's like, Mama, you got to learn how to just be quiet because you're really good at everything you do, but sometimes you have to just start talking. I'm like, yeah, that's what I do. I get paid to talk. This is what I am. But what I understood what he's saying after I sat about when I had my little quiet time, I thought about like, sometimes it's good just to just listen to people and not respond because I have to get better at that. I listen to respond and not listen, to listen. I'm like, you be talking like, I'm like, okay, where's my time to jump in? When can I do the double dutch jump in? But it's not always that way. So I'm working on me constantly. I tell people all the time, my thing is emotional cleansing must be a deliberate process in order to transform your life. So even me, the counselor that teaches that, is working on that daily, kind of constantly work on myself. So Hats
Yeah.
off to you. Pound it back for counseling, because that counseling is help.
I was in high school when I went through that.
Okay.
It was and it was really helpful moving into like being on my own, getting in college and stuff like that, having that therapy first, because I think things would have changed a lot drastically. You know, I would have had a different path had I not had
Oh,
that
wow.
first.
Why were you so angry, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't know. I was just, even really young, I would get really angry for no reason. And it was just like, you had to let it out like Hulk, you know what I mean?
Oh, wow. So are you the youngest child, the oldest child, the middle child? What's your position in life?
In my house, I was the oldest because it was myself and my younger brother. And
Okay, so
then
you feel like the boss. You got tired of being the boss of everybody and everything.
I had to be boss a lot. You know, I had a lot of responsibilities, but
You think
I
that
don't
might be
know.
why you're a little angry?
Maybe I
Because
would get angry at other people my age. I'd be angry at people at school for just, you know, acting difficult. I don't know. I was like, I gotta let some stuff out, you know, let some stuff go.
So what did the counselor tell you, girl?
She really helped me see a lot that was happening, like in the home, happening
Okay.
in here, happening with other people. You know, she helped me a lot
Oh,
get through a
cool.
lot of things that had happened at that time.
That's good. I'm glad, because I mean, counseling, that really does help people. I know I went through counseling. I went through a very challenging part of my life, and I went to a pastoral counselor. So I got like my theological degree from a seminary school. And when I was in college, as a non-traditional student, so I was a full-time mother, a full-time boss at with HCA, the medical thing, and a full-time student at American Baptist College. Just went through a divorce, and it was
Oh my God.
embarrassing because I was a pastor. It was like, and everyone was talking, and it was just so much, and they didn't even understand the story. And then I got in a situation that wasn't good, but I didn't get it because I really wanted to be, and I got in it because I was trying to be compassionate and save the day, and it wasn't supposed to be like that. And I went to the counselor. My teacher was like, "Something's different with you. You went from being, oh my God, to,
Yeah.
you know." And they put me in counseling, and my Dr. Hilda, she said to me, because I was telling her about what's going on and everything, and she was like, "So, what do you feel about that?" And I was like, "It's okay." She said, "It's not okay." I said, "It is." She's like, "Do you really believe it's okay?" I was like, "No, I don't." And she was like, "So don't say it's okay. Say it is what it is." And I'm thinking, okay. But she helped me realize that the situation I was as an adult, with children and divorced and pastor and all that, and church disowning you and everything that I went through, that I wasn't happy with my current situation, and that it was
Yeah.
okay to say it is what it is, but I don't approve of this.
Yes.
And when I began to identify that, recognize that, accept that, I was able to make some major changes in my life. And so I understand counseling. I tell anyone, counseling is so beneficial.
Yeah. I
It
would do
was,
it again
it
for
has
just
saved your life.
anything.
Yeah, it saves your life. So I'm a counselor, but I tell people all the time, counseling is it's one of those things that it's good for balance. It keeps you balanced
Hmm.
because sometimes you need another person. And a real good counselor, they don't do the talking; they let you talk.
Yeah.
And you're while you're talking, you're like, hmm, yeah,
Self-awareness. It just comes out.
yeah, like okay. So yeah, that's good for you. I'm glad you did counseling. I'm glad that you changed your life before you became an adult, because I think that's really important. That's why I do emotional cleansing for youth, because if they get it right now when they're little,
Yeah.
with whatever the issues is, whether it's just abandonment, whether it's just neglect, whether it's molestation, no matter what it is, if they learn how to deal with those emotions, we all have emotions. We have healthy and unhealthy emotions. So we learn how to deal with our emotions and make them healthy. Then when we get our age, because I'm old, it won't be, it won't, it won't be the same results. You'll be able to have more balance. You know how to deal with
Yeah.
things on a level way.
Well, because the longer you let it go, the more it just festers inside and it just wreaks havoc.
Yeah.
You got to let it go. You got to face what happened and deal with it and let it go and move on.
Amen,
So,
sister.
yeah,
That's so true.
the earlier the better.
Right. But people don't know that because they think sometimes I think people like hold on to stuff. They just holding on to it. Then it's like that baggage. I think about the Erykah Badu song Bag Lady. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before. But it's like Bag Lady, and it's like you're gonna miss your bus dragging all these bags. And so one lady did one of my churches, she did a sermon or like a ladies class on that Bag Lady. It was so powerful because she dealt with how we carry bags from childhood, how we carry bags from this, and how we carry bags from relationships. And it was like, wow, it was so profound because it was like a lot of times we do carry so much baggage, and we can just let go of some of the baggage. Like, just we don't need everything. Let some of that stuff go and start over. Throw it away.
Clear out those closets.
Yes.
Clear them out. Let it go.
Let it go, like Elsa on Frozen, right? Let it go.
Yes.
Right. So yeah. So I'm really delighted to have you as my guest. And so tell us again, you make all types of desserts, and if they follow you on your social media platforms, and tell us the platforms again if you don't mind. If you don't mind rolling back the tape and tell us what your platforms are again.
We have Facebook and Instagram right now, and it's Hollowbrook Treats.
Hollowbrook Treats.
Yes.
Like the pages, guys, and then reach out to me like y'all normally do, so you can get some cookies or some cake. She's doing the Easter basket cake. You want your Easter basket cake for your grandchildren, your children, or for yourself. What kind of cake is it? You mind me asking? What kind of cakes are you doing? What kind of cakes you make?
It's carrot cake, but I can do any kind. Vanilla, chocolate, marble, yellow, strawberry, whatever you can dream, I can make. That's my thing.
But the cake she's doing for Easter is carrot cake, but it could be something else if you want it. That's cool. So I'm excited about this. Oh my God. What are you doing for Mother's Day? Are you doing anything special? A special for Mother's Day? Because I know I am getting ready to do a Mommy and Me social in Nashville. One of my business partners, she is hosting one, and we're co-hosting it together. And they're going to do a cupcake thing, but they're also going to be doing vendors. If you're interested, let me know. They're having vendors available, tables for vendors. And it's going to be mom and daughters. Do you have daughters or sons or both?
I've got 3 girls and 2 boys.
You got 5 children?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you said 4. Okay. You said baby after 4, then 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So 3 girls and 2 boys. So you and the girls might want to come out and hang out. If you're interested, if y'all not busy, it's on a Saturday, let me know.
And I would love it.
Okay, I'll let Tia know. We'll get you a special table so you can do your thing. We'll talk about it afterwards. But so it's only be the 8th of May. That's like the Saturday before Mother's Day, the 8th. Now the way my life has been going, every weekend I've had something going on, like literally, and I'm not even trying. Like it's always something happening. So I'm hoping and praying that so far nothing's scheduled that day. But I already got it in my planner and on my walls and everything. But like this weekend, my uncle's getting married out of nowhere. I already had plans this weekend. So he's like, "You're coming to the wedding?" I'm like, "Yeah, we'll be there." So I had to call and say, "Hey, I'm not going to do this. I got my uncle's wedding this weekend." So yeah. So that's how my life has been lately. It's just been like, so that's good and not so good because,
always good to stay busy though.
It just depends on what the busyness is.
Well, okay? It's good to keep working.
Yeah, keep moving. Yeah. That healthy balance. Evolving, growing. Yes. Okay.
Sometimes it requires a nap.
Yeah. That's true. Now that is important. You don't understand. With being successful, you have to take time to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Take a nap. Yes, that's very important. I get my naps in.
My husband likes to tell me that I pay my sleep debt.
Did you do
for days on end where I'm like hardly sleeping, and then I'm done for like a whole day. And so he'll
And
say I'm paying my sleep debt that day.
And there's nothing wrong with that, especially with a homeschool parent. You have to find time for yourself. I have a thing called Take Time for 10. And that's so important because sometimes you can't get a whole day at 30 minutes in. You can't get an hour in. You have to take 10 minutes and say, okay, Brandi, I'm going in the bathroom and locking the door.
Yep.
Tell your husband, don't let these children touch this door for 10 minutes. Or, okay, I'm running to the post office for 10 minutes and I'm not leaving it. I would go get in a car and just sit there and just have my moment for 10 minutes at least. Because that 10 minutes, believe it or not, it makes such a big difference. Even doing studies, 10 minutes of walking increases everything in your life. And people don't realize that. Just 10 minutes, like 10 whole minutes is not a lot of time. It makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Anyway, you have anything you want to share before we close out? We got 5 minutes left, girl. So you did it.
I don't even know. What do we need to talk? What haven't we covered yet?
I don't know. We covered everything from magic to religion.
Magic. That's always been my theme for all of my art is I make magic happen.
I love that. That's a nice tagline. I'll make magic happen. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so untraditional when it comes to unconventional, traditional, conventional, all that. I just go on my talk show. I just rub my eyes, and I'm like, that's so not professional, Eugenia. But I'm hearing
you guys. Here talking. It's fine. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, you like it. See, I told you it wasn't going to be nothing. It's really painless. This is really painless. It's cool because it's like me and you are having a girl talk, but they're listening in on our conversation.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And then you don't have the chance to be nervous because you don't even know who's watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then by the time people rewatch the replay, you've already done it, so it don't matter. So whenever you've done it, it was over. So that's the cool thing about this. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it because it's just so cool. And it's funny because I have people watching that know me and they're like, you look bad that day. I'm like, oh, okay.
Tell them, listen, we don't have time for negativity.
Right. And they're like, you got to look good. I'm like, okay. I look normal because when you look approachable to people, it helps them identify better, helps them receive better. I know when I was younger, I was preaching literally at like 14, 15, 16.
Wow.
Got married like at 17, 18. Right. And then when I divorced at like 25-ish, people were like, oh my God, you're human. I was like, I've always been human, guys. I mean, they're like, we thought you were perfect. I'm like, never that. I have standards. Yeah. I have my own personal objectives. I try to meet those and stuff, but ultimately I'm down to earth kind of chick. But people don't know that sometimes when they see you somewhere and they think, yo, she did everything right. But I'm normal. I'm human. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I try to be just a little transparent or a lot transparent so you can know that I'm just a human. I'm just down home girl, just human and normal and just normal.
Yeah.
And I'm not all, woo. It's like, okay. Because some people are so extra, they're just so glamorous and so everything that you're like, is she authentic or is she fake as crap? And then
I fixed my bun for you.
Oh, thank you, girl. It looks good. Yeah, you had a hat on at the post office.
I had my hood up, probably.
Oh yeah, you had a hoodie on. You had a hoodie on, but it was
my husband's work hoodie.
That's why I was so big. That's why I was so big on you. Okay, I understand, girl. I wear my husband's hoodie sometimes too.
I think I had my painting pants on. I don't even know.
Yeah, you was real chill. You was like, man, and you don't like it, just close your eyes. I got this.
I was just telling our oldest earlier. She was like, Mommy, why don't you get embarrassed? Or I forget what she said, but I was like, I don't care what people think. I never care what people think. If you can like me for me, or you can carry on down the road.
And that is so true.
My husband was not that way. So we were having this conversation with her about like the dynamics of your brain space as a teenager. And I was like, I just didn't care.
But that's good. That's healthy, believe it or not. It's healthy because I grew up in a household of image. You know, when I came, it was always image. It was like prim, proper image.
Yeah.
We are
Well,
so and so's, and we always have certain cars, and we did. Everyone had a Volvo or I mean, we had certain cars, literally. Like it was like the Stafford home. You know, everyone had nice clothes. Everyone kept their hair nice.
yeah.
Everyone had nice jewelry. We always had to have a tennis bracelet and an anklet, and everything was just so. I'm like, dude, when I get older, I'm gonna throw all these rules out the window.
Yeah.
And sometimes I forget because I'll be like, and my husband's like, baby, you got this image thing. You gotta, I'm like, I know, but I like, yeah, I like beauty. So I have to, stay in shape and stay kind of cute, but I like being okay with me.
Yeah.
Because I've met a lot of people that are glamorous. I mean, I know a lot of people from professionals to celebrities. I know a lot of individuals, literally, and naming their names not important, but the ones that are just the chillest, the ones that are just really extra super successful, not on the outside, but inside and outside. Because to me, success is not how you look on the outside. I can go rent a car right now, and you could think I have a nice car. You wouldn't even know it. I just rented it. And you think, girl, that girl got a nice car. I can go stand by a house, take a picture right now. You think, oh, I love her house. Wow. But when you're okay here,
Yeah.
then you're winning.
Yeah.
When you're okay inside here and here, you're winning.
Yeah.
But when you
gotta love yourself first.
Exactly.
Always.
Self-love is first key, yes. Because if you can't love you, then you can't love anybody else. Then on top of that, the other key is when you're okay here, then it radiates outside. Mm-hmm. And people can feel that energy. Like, I didn't even know you. You look like you look. Like you said, your little pink pants and your husband's hoodie. But it was like, this chick is cool. Can you be on my show? He was like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm like, hey, you're like, you don't even know me, but she's gonna be on my show. Thank you. But when you do that, I mean, it's nothing better than being able to go to bed at night and be okay with going to bed at night. Not worried. I don't worry about nothing. I go to sleep like I'm good. I don't have no worries, no doubts, no nothing. I can sleep good anywhere. I can sleep sitting right here in this chair. I'm okay. But when you put on so many airs and fronts, you got to figure out when to put that air and front on.
Yeah.
But when you just love life and love you and love everything about who you are, who you've been created to be, then you're able to be anywhere in any environment and shine.
Yeah. And there was a time I had lost that, and that's when I gained all the weight.
Oh, wow.
I had lost that part of myself. And so that was part of it was looking in the mirror and saying, you're not who you are anymore. This is not who you are. And it was a lot of mirror work involved in just like getting my mind right at that time.
Sometimes, like that Michael Jackson looking at the man in the mirror, sometimes it's hard to make that change.
That's one of my quotes on my board.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't even know that. See, I ain't be at your board. I don't know what you got over there. Hey.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm excited. Thank you so much for taking our time. Give us your information one more time. And I'm gonna link you myself. I'm gonna like it in a minute. Actually, I can do it right now, girl. Hold up. I'm trying to figure out this phone, right? I don't know what I'm doing half the time. So let's see here. I'm gonna go to say it again. Give us that tagline.
Hollowbrook Treats.
Hollow. Hold on, girl. How'd you get that name?
It just felt like it was me.
Okay. Are you a Hollowbrook child?
It's like in my head, it's like it's a grove of trees, and there's like a little fairy tree there, and that's the Hollowbrook.
Okay, cool. I got it. So I'm following you on Facebook. Oh, that's delicious, y'all. Look at this cake. Oh, y'all gotta see this cake. Look at that cake. Ooh.
That was a wedding.
She does wedding cakes too, guys. Those are tree branches, right?
Yep.
Look at that fall wedding cake. Look at that, guys. She made that cake. Look at that. Okay, let's see what else you got here. So if y'all want to win something, y'all better go ahead and reach out and touch someone. Oh, y'all, look at this cake. Oh, look at that cake. Shut the front door.
I made that guy Friday night. Friday was after I got back from the post office. I worked on that cake there.
That is freaking awesome. So if y'all want a wedding cake, y'all know this chick is doing cakes. Y'all better love it and like it and go get you a piece. I am sponsoring a cake. If y'all want some cake or something, this is nice. Girl, you're doing it. I love this. I have not looked at any of your stuff. This is my first time even looking at this. Now, what's this? This looks a little nasty. I'm just saying. I ain't lying. But what is that? 11 bread?
That's a bread, yep. That's a sprouted wheat bread. I think that's that one there.
So if y'all want some sproutery bread, there you go. It's cornbread. Cold day bread bacon. Okay. I'll pass on the bread, but these yummies, look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at that.
That was a wedding cake tasting there.
Oh, wow. So you're doing it big. You're doing wedding cake tasting. She's doing it big, guys.
How do you pick your wedding cake if you don't taste it first?
That's true. Okay, so I bet this is that cranberry stuff right there, right there.
What is that there? Those candy pecans? I can't tell very well.
Yeah, candy pecans available tomorrow at
They're one of
Galaxy
my
Farmers Market.
real popular items there.
So when are you going to do the farmers market so they can know how to go about getting it?
They all start in May. I haven't solidified who's doing what days and paid the vendor fees and all that stuff yet, but I'm gonna have it posted up on the pages when I get it figured out.
Look at that pumpkin bread with chocolate chips, guys.
Good stuff.
Y'all want to get fat? Well, no, she got vegan stuff to keep you from being fat, guys. So here goes some goodies. So I should probably put this. I'm slow. I should probably put this up in the beginning so y'all can know what y'all looking at. Her good stuff.
All kinds of stuff.
Yes. So then she said that was Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, like their page. And then let's see here. Hold on. You can go to, hold on. You said Instagram, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see what's going on Instagram, guys. Hold up. I'm trying to pull it up. I'm trying to learn how to work this stuff. I'm like you.
I haven't figured out how to work it either.
Technically challenged here, but we're going to get this. Okay. So I want to make sure while I'm on the phone because my life is so busy. I want to make sure I like your stuff while I'm with you so that I won't be like not doing it. All right. So Hollowbrook too on here?
Yes, ma'am.
We're actually watching. That's good. Hollowbrook. Treats. Oh, yeah, if I said cake. Oh, that's. She make donuts too. You make donuts?
Those are vegan, gluten-free donuts.
Look at that, guys. Vegan, gluten-free donuts on Instagram. Look at that. They look very goody, yummy. So here's some of her stuff. Yeah, taste. So follow her. Look at this. What's that?
That was a baby smash cake. It was during the Corona season, so they were having a quarantine birthday party.
Okay.
So they wanted a quarantine cake, but that was her little smash cake, and they did her birthday pictures with it.
Oh, that's cute. So she does a lot of great things. Make sure y'all follow my girl, Brandi, okay? And what is this?
Those were, I was making sample boxes of some of my new recipes.
Okay.
So I was putting them up there.
So y'all reach out to Miss Brandi if y'all want something. Oh, look, she made a birthday cake for Landon, my bad. Look at Landon's cake, guys.
Yeah.
And turned 7.
He wanted a creeper.
Look at that cake. All right.
There's a Death Star on there somewhere.
What kind?
A Death Star from Star Wars.
What's that?
Oh, I think that was Valentine's Day probably, but they wanted UT colors, so it was orange and white.
And that's chocolate covered. I mean, that's white chocolate covered strawberries.
Yep, strawberries and pretzels there.
I gotta talk to you for my daughter Freedom's birthday party. She grew on this stuff. Look at this. What in the heck is that? What's that?
That's the Death Star.
Okay, Star Wars Death Star. Okay, what's this? Superman, Spider-Man.
Yep. Spider-Man. This is where that was a Christmas booth. I was at Santa Land that year. Different cookies for there.
So y'all don't sleep on Brandi. Y'all make sure y'all give her some of your business. If you're watching the show today, you want an Easter cake, holler at your girl. Like her pages and reach out to me and her and let her know what you want, and she'll let me know what's up, and we will definitely make it happen. Well, Miss Brandi, it's been a pleasure having you on the show today. I thank you for being a little transparent, give us a little bit of your history in your life, and sharing. Keep us posted on when you're doing the farmers market. I may even join the farmers market if I have time, just to see how it turns out. It ain't, that investment is not a big investment for a possibly great return. So I'm gonna try that. Happens. Well, if you need anything, let me know. You have my information. Do me a favor though, text me so I can have your number. She said, "Girl, I want you to have my number. You be calling me." But I mean, I hate emailing and I hate texting. I know I have to business wise, but ultimately, I don't like it. I mean, the way my life is set up, it's just much easier for me to say, "Hey, how you doing?" Okay, all right, bye. Okay, next. Okay. Yeah, that's just my life made easy. Sometimes I think the world is only including me. I think sometimes Anyway, it's been a pleasure having you, and we're gonna talk so we can get some of these goodies. And then if someone reaches out to me, I'm gonna go ahead and keep my word and purchase some stuff. Okay, so they can get a cake for Easter and some goodies because I need some goodies in my life. I'm gonna have to get the vegan version because I need to not gain weight.
You got to see that magic.
I know, right? Yes, as we have a gala in June to go to. We have anniversary coming up, end of the year, and I gotta be cute. I have I'm launching my own something. I can't say what it is yet, but I'm launching something, and I gotta look cute in my outfit that my designer's creating for me. So, and I don't want to look cute with like all the tight stuff. You know how women have to put all this girdle stuff. I don't want to put all that on. I want to just go in there like, bam.
Yeah.
Not like the other word. So I have to kind of get it together, girl. But it ain't easy being cheesy. I'm telling you, it's just sometimes difficult, but we gotta get it together. Okay. Well, I thank you again, Brandi, for following through, being a woman of your word and reaching out to me. You could have said, "Okay, just got my face, crazy lady at the post office," but you actually followed through and emailed me, and I thank you for that. It made me feel special. If you want a copy of this, let me know. I'll make it public so you can actually see it and send it out. You might want to add it to your profile so when you get your website, you can put on there that, hey, you was on EY's Conversation for Elevation.
That's cool.
All right. Well, you have a great day, ma'am.
You too. Thank you so much. It's
been my pleasure. Thank you for real being my guest. And thanks for telling the family to hold up for an hour and 13 minutes while you spend time with me.
They did a good job.
They did. I'm so impressed. I better get my life together before my family gets home. They'll be home in a second, so I got to get it together myself. Okay, so thank you, Brandi. You have a wonderful, wonderful day, and love and peace and blessings to you as you continue to grow and flourish. And thank you so very much. And I will talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.